Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is rejecting the idea of using that fast-track reconciliation process to raise the debt limit with only Democratic votes. He told reporters that is risky and a non-starter because the process is complicated and potentially could be drawn out. Now, this helps to clear up some confusion that occurred among Democrats earlier today because of some comments made by House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer. Steny Hoyer also now saying that raising the debt limit through reconciliation is not the best option, nor the option that the GOP is pursuing. Now, instead, in just a few minutes, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is expected to put a bill on the floor that would require unanimous consent to raise the debt ceiling with a simple majority of votes. The GOP is expected to block it. So once that fails, it is unclear what additional tools Democrats could potentially use to ensure the debt ceiling gets raised before that October 18th deadline. Separately, guys, Schumer did also tell reporters that they do expect to put something on the floor to fund the government very soon. Back over to you.
Elon, what does the GOP seek in return for votes that would enable the debt ceiling limit to be raised? What is their bargain?
Yeah, so that's part of the stalemate here, is that the GOP hasn't asked for anything because they say that Democrats do have the power to do this on their own using that reconciliation process. They say they've been telling Democrats to do this since July. Democrats simply have refused to listen. So there's not really a horse trading that's able to occur here because there aren't policy concessions that either side can make. This is simply something that there's a disagreement on. Democrats, they say, can do it on their own. Democrats say they're unwilling to do so because that process is too risky. And now we are about 3 weeks away from potential default, and there's no path forward.
Elon, why do they say that it's risky? What's the risk of using reconciliation to raise the debt limit?
So the process that they use to do this is incredibly tricky. They would have to go back to both the House and the Senate budget committees in order to do it. It would require potentially 3 separate votes on the Senate floor, and each of those votes could drag out for days, if not a week at most, depending on how much cooperation Republicans decide to give them. So how long that process takes, how exactly it could be done would need to be negotiated with the Senate parliamentarian as well. So all of that factors into a process that could be very easy to trip up and potentially even send the country into an accidental default simply because they didn't follow the rules correctly. So that's one of the reasons why Democrats are so loath to use this process. Also, politically, it would mean that they're doing the exact thing that Republicans told them to do, and that's not a good look for Democrats.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.